We just felt like if we have kids, it would be wonderful to just give them a place where they can just run around freely. And that was really the main idea behind this. Kids can roll in the grass, they can climb a tree, and they can run around freely in the garden. All of those things city kids can't really do anymore. And it was really important for us to have that for our kids. We were really lucky. We found this through Google Earth. We're here so close to the Great Wall. This village that looked really promising because it had a river in it, not on a through street. So it was just like tucked away in this valley. So we got really interested and curious. My name is Chris. I'm an architect and I'm originally from Germany. I've been living and working in Beijing for about 12 years. And my partner, Jan Klostermann, and I, we run a practice. Our office in Sanlitun, Soho, so right in the center of Beijing. It's like very busy, just like city life. On the weekends, I really like to come out here to the house where we can just recharge our batteries from the city life. And this is why we really enjoy coming out here. I met my wife, Sammy, here in Beijing also about 7 years ago, and we've done up the place together. When we came here, we found this house, and this house had been empty for about 25 years or so. And the house was built in the early 70s, perhaps. It was completely not inhabitable. There's no water inside. There's obviously no plumbing inside. There was electricity. My wife then had the idea of just going to the village office and talk to the village leaders. And they've got these speakers here in the village. And they just called out the owner of the place. And that's how we first got in contact with the owner of the place. We just totally fell in love with the place. At the time, we only had a really small budget, but that didn't really matter to us. We basically just kept the 3 existing walls and the roof, and everything else we just stripped away. We wanted to insert 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, also some storage area, and of course the living room and the kitchen. So we just inserted these cubicles into the house that are our sleeping cubicles, reinstated the kang bed, just kept everything very basic and raw. Before I became an architect, I was trained as a carpenter. So that's really where I come from, and it's just really fun to work with wood. A lot of the furniture here we did ourselves. What's great about it is that you instantly see what you've done. Do something where after one day you can see what you've built. So that's really the fun that I get out of these projects. The windows that we have here, basically we wanted to understand them as a piece of furniture that we insert into the house, and they're very deep, big timber boards, and our son even sits in them and reads. I'm a countryside boy. I grew up in a village. When we have the time then to play with the kids in the garden. And we just really want them to run around freely, try themselves out, so they shouldn't be afraid to climb a tree. Once in a while they fall or they get a bruise, but for us it's just important that they are confident that they can try these things, and they don't always feel like they're being watched. Almost every weekend, when we have someone come over, I really like to do these big barbecues. My wife, she prepares these amazing ribs. I see this as a luxury just to come out here on the weekends, and then it's really just about keeping everything very simple, and that's how we designed the house.